Hey guys, what's going on? Nivens here. Time for your weekly rock wind-up. Well, it was a topsy-turvy week for bands and their frontmen alike. Announced early in the week there was a new supergroup to be formed, Art of Anarchy. I said Art of Anchovies on air. Sorry about that. Art of Anarchy was supposed to be fronted by Scott Weiland, formerly of STP and Velvet Revolver, Bumblefoot from Guns N' Roses, John Moyer from Disturbed, and a couple of brothers that nobody had ever heard of. Sorry guys, they don't know who the Voter Brothers are. And then about a day after the announcement of Be on the Lookout in the Spring, Scott Weiland said, hey, good luck with those guys. If they go out on the road, go see them. I'm busy with my own project, Scott Weiland and the Wildabouts. I have Blaster, our debut CD, coming out at the end of March. Well, I told you in a previous weekly rock wind-up that Hinder had found a new frontman in Nolan Neal, and it seems that this week they found another new frontman in a guy named Marcus Dutton. Don't know what happened with Neal. I think they just completed an album that's supposed to be come out with him, but then they're going to have this guy, Marshall, go out on the road with them. Same sort of bizarre situation with Asking Alexandria as Danny Worsnop leaving the band to focus on his new project, We Are Harlot, which is interesting given the success of Moving On. It's in like number 8 on the rock chart. So how will this affect Asking Alexandria? I guess only time will tell. And one more piece of, sour news. We say goodbye this week to California Breed. It seems that Jason Bonham won't have time to focus drumming on a second album for those guys, so Glenn Hughes and Andrew Watt are having to put it to rest, which it seems like it just got started less than a year ago. I guess that's the business for you. Now let's talk about some exciting news, and that's tours. It seems that Mastodon and Clutch are going to team up, which is super exciting. Sadly, no word on if there's going to be a stop in Kansas City yet. We'll find them in Denver. We'll find them in Iowa. We'll find them down in Oklahoma City. So you might have to road trip for it. I promise you that'll be worth the drive for sure. What else? You've got Rush coming back to town, celebrating 40 years. I know A-Hole Bob's excited about that. July at Sprint Center. For those of you who've never seen Rush, they do and still put on a hell of a show. I highly recommend it. And if you're going to be over in Australia in March, be on the lookout for a metal musical about Dio. Of course, the acclaimed frontman, Ronnie James Dio. No word on if this thing's going to become a global phenomenon and travel around. If it comes to Kansas City, believe me, we'll let you know. And to close out your weekly rock wind-up with some new music announcements, a lot of exciting stuff happening. NYHC legends, Agnostic Front, going to drop their 11th studio album, The American Dream Died, in April on the 4th via Nuclear Blast. Rob Zombie kicking out a couple of discs this year. Spook Show International Live, as I've told you guys before, out on CD on the 24th of February. And then he has promised that this is his best album yet that he just finished up mixing. If you like Venomous Rat, it's a continuation basically of that sort of train of thought. I personally thought that the previous album, the Venomous Rat one, was incredibly underrated, so I'm looking forward to hearing this. What else? The Immortal Randy Rhoads, I've told you guys about, the Ultimate Tribute album. That'll be coming out on March 3rd. The single surfaced of Crazy Train by Ozzy with Serge Tankian, and Tom Morello, Rudy Sarzo, and Vinny Appice, and it fell a little short than expectations, let's just put it that way. Foo Fighters bassist Nate Mendel putting out a solo project on March 10th. Lieutenant, this will be his debut album. If I Kill This Thing, We're All Going to Eat for a Week. So be on the lookout for that. Of course, Foo going to be at the Sprint Center in August. Show's completely sold out. And Led Zeppelin's Physical Graffiti getting the bonus deluxe edition treatment. Something like, I think, 40 years to the date of when it was initially released. That'll be out on the 23rd of February. So if you're a fan of that, and it's all sorts of stuff, from double CDs to triple CDs to vinyl to compilation art, all that stuff. So anyway, I digress. I am Nivens. Thank you very much for tuning in to your weekly rock wind-up. Have a great weekend. It should be beautiful out there. Peace.